Firefly, huh? Is there an extinguisher on this channel? We don't want to cause an accident. Hey, what's up there, YouTubers? Black Zen here with another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at is the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Firefly. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost is a quick look at the packaging. But before we get on to that, just so you guys know, I'm doing this to catch up on the late videos I'm kind of overdue with. So yeah, this is basically one of them. I meant to get to him about, a year or two ago when he still had these things out. So, anyway, for the packaging, we have a nice picture of Firefly right on the box. There he is in his vehicle form. Comes with an included artwork card. On the top of the box, combined to form Superion. On the back of the box, 9 steps of obligatory product shots. The Aerialbot Recon Specialist becomes an arm or leg, depending on how you want him. Kind of see him here as part of the leg for Superion. And of course, basically, the other bots to combine with. You of course need a core in order to do that. So, on the other side of the box, pretty much nothing. Same on the top. On the bottom, I think pretty much a few of your warnings. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. There goes that. And of course, the box did say something about an artwork card. Excuse me, I'm having something go down the wrong pipe. So, it's a good artwork card of Firefly. I wish it had its stats like on the Times Returns, but not this. No. It's Transformers Generations by Hasbro. So, it's pretty much cool. So here we have his Firefly in his vehicle form. He does come with about 2 weapons. One is a standard gun. So probably fit in his hands. The vehicle does come with weapon storage, so if I wanted to, I can just plug it right down here on his wing. And he also comes with a hand-foot gun. Double barrel for this one. So you can have it as a foot, you can have it as a hand. You can just get it out. There we go. Give you something to shoot at. And of course, you can store this on Fireflies in vehicle form. So I would have to say that Firefly is, well, he's a jet, obviously. I want to say he's more of a stunt plane, perhaps. I do like him. So basically red from all the way all over his vehicle form body. The tip of the nose cone is made of soft plastic. I want to say that's soft plastic. It's starting to become a little loose to my liking. I do like the paint work. So, seeing it's blue and gold painted over white plastic. You have red and silver Autobot logos on each wing. So, it's fairly good. Underneath, basically Firefly is a robot kibble. So, and of course, this vehicle does come with a retractable. What do I want to say that as? Front wheel, but the entire piece is completely molded. So, I'm not sure what I can call that. Oh well. It still works. It's okay. So. Now, as being as part as one of the Aerialbots, I think in the original G1, in fact he looks at G1, I think Firefly was either the left or right leg of Superion. Either that or he was an arm. I should probably rewatch that episode when they first brought in the Aerialbots to make a Superion. So. But the jet, I could live with. I could definitely live with. Before we get into Firefly's transformations, here are a bit of comparisons. Here he is with Time's Return Megatron. So, you can see almost similar in forms, but Megatron looks a bit more military than acrobatic. Got him with Time's Return Optimus Prime. It's almost okay. I still can't stand the truck kibble parts for Optimus in this mode. I really can't. And also Combiner Wars Air Raid. And I've got to say, I like Air Raid the most in this mode. Which is pretty much okay. And since Firefly is almost like Air Raid, it also means that Firefly is also a Limbot, changing into an arm or a leg like you saw back on the box. We'll get into those later. So for right now, what I'm going to do is just get him into robot mode. Now, as you can already see, I've taken the liberty of removing his weapons. So he'll get him back once he's in robot mode. So from here, I'm going to lift up the front wheel, and then the entire nose cone. Bring up the 3 back fins. Come part of the leg later. Bring down the nose cone. As you can see, there are 2 pegs here that are just going to fit into 2 holes right here. Keep it all secure and locked. Bring the 2 wings up. And that. Untab the arms. Just bring them up on a hinge. Now, just to show this off, there's a bit of a tab right here that goes into this little slot. So that's where you're going to untab or reattach when transforming from vehicle to robot. So get that. Do that on the other side, and I have a fly on my finger. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Ay, ay, ay. So, next we're going to get the legs. Grab the front of the leg right here. Untab. And from here there's a slot and a bit of a peg within this mold. Kind of hard to get sometimes. Sometimes it works best if you just get them both together. That helps it unfold quite well. And my reason for doing this on this side first is because over on the back it's quite difficult. You can see that they basically mold fit into each other. Mostly because there are a couple of molded tabs along, as you can see right over my fingernail. There's a tab right here that just goes underneath on each side. Every time when you try to do this part first, it always it just doesn't want to move. So after you get all that unfolded, extend what will become the legs on a double hinge. Then from here, these two tabs are just going to go into these two holes in the back. Just close that up. Easy, easy. Well, and of course there are also two pegs here that just go into a couple holes. Trying to get everything lined up with these legs, and they just don't want to work out. There we go. Okay. Bring the arms down. Now after you got everything set up and situated, go ahead and split the legs apart. Stand him up real nice. Twist the head around 180 degrees, and there you go. That is Firefly. And I have to say, he looks like a decently solid, good figure here, especially for Combiner Wars. Now again with the same comparisons, here he is with Times Return Megatron, Times Return Optimus Prime, and of course Combiner Wars Air Raid. Seeing as the scale goes on with this, I think he's about just as tall as Air Raid, since they're from the same Combiner Wars, the Transformers line. Whereas with the Times Return, not so much compatible, but they do stand out to be a bit more taller because they're Voyager classes. Firefly's articulation is pretty much the same as any Combiner Wars Deluxe class or Limbots, like Air Raids. Let's see here. Ball-jointed shoulder, 90-degree elbow, and of course you can go backwards. I would not recommend this unless you want it to pop off. There is a bit of a bicep swivel though, so that helps. Let's see. head is basically on a ball joint. And so I'm losing balance on him. He does come with a waist swivel. Ball joints in the hips, so you can have him move his legs back and forth, moving forward, in and out. Does come with a thigh swivel, and of course, knee bend articulation. Sadly, there's no pivot for the feet. They are somewhat molded, so can't do anything about that. With all that articulation that Firefly has, give him a few weapons and it looks like he's about to shoot someone. Wait a minute. Is this a hold-up? Not on my channel, he doesn't. Now, just like in my other reviews of Skydive, Air Raid, and Alpha Bravo, since Firefly comes with a hand-foot gun, it also means that he's a limbot, so he does have about 2 more transformations. So let's get Firefly into arm mode. All we just do here is snap the legs together. And that. And from here, we're going to take both arms, raise them up, and there's a bit of a hinge joint, mostly for transformation purposes. Just take the arms back and raise them up. Same thing for this side. And then what you do here is you twist the arms on their swivel and bend them on the elbow. What's going to happen here is that there's a, let's see if I can move the wing for a minute, that there's a peg here right where my thumb is. It's just going to tab into the hole in the fist. So you got that done. Just tab it like so. Try to arrange everything. Okay, there you go, that. Second verse, same as the first. Trying to get everything arranged here. Bother. There we go. Next up, turn the legs at the waist, give it a nice arm bend, turn the head around, full 180, and pop out the connector port. Okay. Now, as much as I want to say that this arm mode is completed, it's not really completed without a hand-foot gun. So what you do is just take this and peg it into the hole right down here. So, and like so. Flip out the fingers. It's a tight joint. Hold it out. And I seem to have got the hand on backwards, so just going to twist it around. Bring out the thumb, and there's your fist. And thus, your arm mode is completed. And I have to say, it's a good looking arm. In a way. You could try to get a few poses out of this, but the arm is basically useless without a few more limbs and a core body. So, this is basically what you get. Leg mode, however, I'm just going to unattach the hand for a minute here and set it off to the side. For leg mode, it's just basically Firefly in vehicle mode with a few differences. Simple, yes, but I think the only one is the wings actually fold into the vehicle form instead of just folding outward. I'm just trying to get this all... There we go. There we go. Let's collapse this nice and good. Come on. Now, for here, this section here actually gets in the way of the connector port. So if you try to put this away like so, yeah, they're going to get in. So what you want to do instead is just open up the two panels, and that's not if you're going into robot mode. You know, just don't do that all the way. If you're just trying to get access to this connector port, just partially open the legs. That way you can get clearance. And I think we'll rotate the head back all around. Straight up. Oop. And the legs started to detach themselves. We don't need that here. No. Okay, got those done. Set the arms back down into their vehicle form. Peg them right in. So you're basically done going back into vehicle mode. Now, when I said by folding the wings in, flip them straight over, this is what I meant. And I quite find this convenient. So, they don't stick out, they just fold right in and straight out of the way. Now let's bring this hand back in, reattach it, and of course change it into a foot. So there you have is a leg for Superion or any other combiner. And I kind of like Firefly in this mode for combination. Quite better than his arm. So speaking about the leg, let's get the entire team that we have thus far. So first we have Firefly. Next we have is Alpha Bravo. We've got Skydive here in arm. And for our other arm is Air Raid. So this is basically my Aerialbot team for Superion. Now, for those of you who prefer a quick slinger instead of Alpha Bravo, that's oh, excuse me, frog in the throat. So anyway, as I was saying, if you prefer a quick slinger instead of Alpha Bravo as part of your entire team of Aerialbots, that's your basic prerogative. But for me, I kind of like Alpha Bravo. Getting quick slinger is a bit expensive in my case right now. So, not that I want to complain. I'm quite fine with this. I'm not going to complain about it. So the only way for Superion to be completed is to have, well, a basic core. And that means getting Silverbolt. I have him, but I didn't review him yet. So if you want to see Silverbolt, just comment below and I'll get to him. And of course, if there's anything you'd like to see at the end of this video, go ahead and comment it. I'll get to it as soon as I can. So, first come, first serve. So anyways, this is it for the video review of FireFly. Nice little jet. And this is Black Xana saying, tower deactivated, and I will see you all until next time. Bye.
Okay, Firefly. I just got word from Prime. He wants you to reconnaissance over in this carnival. He thinks that the Decepticons are hiding in it somewhere. Understood, sir. But, you sure that Prime doesn't want me to help out with the other aerial bots against Barricade first? I don't think that'll be necessary. Last I checked, Grimlock was helping them out. Wanted a bit of revenge against them.
Oh, right. Because of all those, drop-ins. Yeah, I can see that happening. Sir, since I'm going to be doing reconnaissance, might I intrigue you in having some fun with me and go on a roller coaster?
Forget it. No way in Cybertron you're going to get me near one of those things.
Suit yourself, sir.
Ooh, ice cream.